Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Clyde. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Hunt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job of it.
It's a big stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's brought down a short return, and the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the pool. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Whitehead. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted deep in his own end. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the... T sets up the offense for this possession.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20, the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. On the run, it's Whitehead. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Finds his man. It's Whitehead. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Turning it on! Made a defender miss. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. DB's right up on the receivers. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dances away. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Notre Dame notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from South Bend is worth its weight in gold to the Golden Domers. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, although nothing compares to a top 5 duel, a revealing outcome with massive implications, men.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He holds it in, and nobody's close.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Whitehead.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little time. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Under fire. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The give to the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
The Trojans come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll be get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, the ground game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Pressure coming. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He throws one to the left. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
At the 35, he's loose. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man, everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The run from the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Give him 105 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Trying play action. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but...
to running room! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. With this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, We needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. Makes a man miss. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And all that matters is he got the first down. It doesn't matter how. Do I love those plays on short yardage type situations? I don't necessarily, but they fooled the defense enough, and the reverse works, and he gets the first down.
Makes the grab.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Creates a little space. There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's dragged down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Grab near the marker, it's Sanders. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Gonna run it. It's Whitehead. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They move on top here in the fourth.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Cincinnati looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch on the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Finds his man. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Trojans are in the hurry up. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires left. Makes the grab. It's Sanders. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful. It absolutely cannot turn it over.
He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Hauls it in. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and test him.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish the interception as the clock reaches 0. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.